of times when we're not moving well, and we do that for a number of times, it could be 3 million, it could be 100 million, because we've been doing it for decades. Um, we're going to invariably end up with a side effect, and that side effect we typically call pain, because we've worn a groove, and that's not the kind of groove we want to have. So we have to deal with pain. And in the book, you share some guidelines for pain. Could you share those with us? I think this is really important for us to know, because really, I think this brings forward something that most of us are looking for help with pain. And I think in many cases we don't recognize movement can actually be part of the solution.
Yeah, for sure. First, I mean, pain is a wonderful thing. It may not feel great in the moment, but pain as it is the subconscious brain's way of trying to communicate with the conscious mind and letting you know that whatever you're doing in this moment is not necessarily what we need to do. It's stressing us, and it's creating a threat within ultimately the survival of the brain. So the brain is going to send a threat signal to the conscious mind to let it know whatever's going on right now, can we change that a little bit? And it doesn't mean that we have to stop necessarily moving and rest in ice, compression, elevation. That may be the case for some things, but it could be that your brain is saying, when you do this, let's take the squat for an example. When you do the squat and your knee is creating some pain, it doesn't mean that there's something going on in the knee. It could just mean that the mechanics that you're creating here are not the most ideal, and it's putting strain in a place that isn't ready to handle so much. And pain can come on many levels. A low level of pain might be simply itching, and a high level of pain is obviously something so excruciating that you're frozen, can't move, or you've got to find a place where you can get out of it. So there's some guidelines. Like, one thing is, don't try and move into pain. And this is the whole, can we smash the no pain, no gain mentality that we've been brought up with generation after generation? In essence, I want to quote Gary Gray with the Gray Institute. He's out of Michigan, a phenomenal physical therapist who has done remarkable work for the entire fitness industry and physical therapy world, as far as I'm concerned. He once said, I want the body to sing, not scream. And I've used that as a guiding light to know what movements I really want my clients, and for that matter, myself, to try and explore. The body shouldn't be burning, like I'm really just trying to get the burn going, because that's not really truly what I need. I want to feel that the body is, after a workout, that I am almost floating, that I am springing, almost weightless, that I'm feeling taller in my body, that I have better alignment, that my movements are not something that I have to premeditate in regards to how am I going to climb these stairs or how am I going to bend over. You shouldn't have to think how to move. The body should naturally want to, but so many people are hesitant to move because the pain response has been something that has been reinforced over time. So don't move into pain. Recognize pain for what it is, in that it's your brain's way of telling you, we might need to look at this. Maybe modify the movement. Maybe you're going too far and you need to just shorten it a little bit to a point where you can accommodate the movement, and then start to explore the ranges a little bit more. Those are basically the guidelines that I encourage people here. And I'm constantly saying, how does that feel? After every movement, go ahead and walk around. Use even simple walking as your assessment. Does that feel better? Where do you feel this? There's a whole bunch of ways we can assess after every movement, but simply put, walking is a great way, especially for me doing gait analysis. I can see an immediate effect following an exercise on anybody that does it more often than not, and go, okay, that's what they need right now. That has actually drawn them back into a more comfortable swing with their arms, their body's more aligned, whatever the case may be.